Hello you guys, and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah and thank you for joining us for today's anti-haul. Each month I show you guys what I am getting rid of. Now this anti-haul is especially large because Jake and I are off from school this week for spring break, and so we used some of this time to do a whole house spring cleaning and decluttering. So we are really going through each area and looking to see if there was anything that we didn't really need anymore, and we found quite an assortment actually. So that being said, we'll go through those items here. Now we are actually doing a minimalist giveaway of sorts. One of the items we're decluttering is this book, Everything That Remains by the Minimalists. Jake read it last year and really enjoyed it. We were intending to give it to a friend, but realized that I think it'd be better suited if one of you was interested in reading it. So, you know, with a giveaway, there's different ways of doing this. Technically, this is not a new item. This is a used item from us. But if you would like to get this book for free, mailed to you, you can check the description field of this video for the details about how to enter the giveaway. So that is available to you if you're interested. So first up, we'll start with clothing. This is just a white shirt. I bought it used originally about 2 years ago and have definitely worn it quite a bit. Since this point, I have purchased a white shirt that I like better that sort of replaces this and fits better from the company Pact. They do organic cotton, fair trade clothing, so I definitely appreciate that company a lot and like the style better, as well as over the years I have lost weight and this shirt's a bit too big for me. This shirt I also bought used. I think it's really pretty. My intent was to wear this more as a workout shirt. The thing that held me back why I didn't is because it's actually kind of see-through. I don't know if I realized that or not when I was purchasing it, but I'm not really the kind of person who wants to wear see-through stuff, even if I was wearing like a sports bra under it. So even though I do like it a lot, I am gonna be donating it. I guess along the lines of having see-through clothing, this shirt, you might have seen in a past video, I was talking about the organization Project Green Challenge and Turning Green. This was something I won back in 2012 from the competition I participated in internationally and got to be one of the finalists. I love this shirt and I have worn this shirt so much to the point that now it's see-through. You can probably see me through it. So it's time to let it go. Because it's too see-through, I can't really donate it, but I am going to kind of cut it up and use these as cleaning rags. And what's nice too is that it is 100% organic cotton. So, you know, it's a higher quality fabric than a lot of stuff, but definitely kind of sad about this. I was just using it as a pajama shirt for the last year or two because it was so see-through, but definitely something I valued a lot and wore a lot. A shirt I did not necessarily wear a lot. This was back from high school when we were going to the sectional track meet. This was something, I was doing the 400 meters in this meet, and part of the traditions were that you'd bring a white shirt in, they would be dyed like a different color, so our year was yellow, and then you'd decorate it, so you'd write like sectionals on the front. This was from 2010, and I've been holding onto this shirt for a long time and not wearing it at all, just because this represented positive memories to me. However, I am ready to let it go at this point. I am going to be taking a picture of both the front and the back, because for me that's a way I can visually remember my things without having to keep the actual thing. And just because it has like my former last name on the back, as well as obviously it's dyed so it could still bleed when washing, and it doesn't actually fit at all. I had Jake, when I put it on to try it on, I needed Jake's help to try to get it off, just because this was 8 years ago. But I think I'm actually just gonna cut this up and use it as like one-time only cleaning rags, just because with washing them I feel like the colors would still bleed. So I'll probably do that at the end. So kind of sad, but it's just being honest about, you know, the uses, and I have felt sort of guilty for holding on to it, especially since I can have the joy of the experience without needing this shirt to represent that. And then my last piece of clothing I'm getting rid of, this is an orange maxi dress. And I definitely wore this a lot as well. I don't remember at what point I got it. I did purchase it new. This was, I mean, it's at least 4 or 5 years old. I loved it a lot. It is a pretty vibrant color, so when you wear this, like, you stand out for sure. It's also a bit more low cut than is ideal. Like, I do enjoy wearing maxi dresses to school, and I might have worn this and just paired it with a jacket, but it's a little bit low cut and revealing, so that's not the ideal situation. and I don't know if I just want to draw this much attention. I definitely enjoy wearing bright colors, but this is like so bright, and you know, it's a maxi dress, so it's like your whole body. I feel like it's time to let it go. So I'll be donating this. This month I'm also getting rid of some reusable bags. I'll be donating these, actually just putting the items I donate in these bags. This one we've had for a long time, and it's been a really nice big bag. It's from Comcast, so it's not like I'm thrilled to support them. It's been a nice large bag. However, Jake and I, through like being more budget conscious when we're buying groceries, we don't really need a bag this big anymore. And also, it is starting to wear out a little bit. Like, you can feel parts of it getting more worn out and like thinner. So we are going to be getting rid of that. And then also, there's technically 2 of these, but I've been putting some of our items already in one. These were actually given to us from Jake's relatives when we visited them over like the winter holiday. And since they are like winter themed, I don't really feel like using this throughout the year, especially since we already had so many reusable bags and we definitely don't need more. So we are decluttering these as well. Also, from the clothing perspective, Jake is getting rid of 3 pairs of socks. He is also getting rid of one of his ties. I'm getting rid of this old pair of shoes. Now, this was probably one of the few pairs of heels that I had. While they're not that comfortable, the most recent time I wore them was a wedding that I went to last June, which time has flown already that it's been that long ago. And like, you know, they've worked okay. I did buy them used. That's typically my thing. And I don't foresee needing these anytime soon. We have no formal events scheduled where I would need something like these basically in the next year that we're going to be attending. And in terms of these heels, you know, if we are thinking, you know, a full year down the road, first of all, you don't even know if this would be the kind that I guess matches with the outfit, but since they weren't really that comfortable, and you know, at that point, especially if I am pregnant or a mom later, I mean, not anytime soon, but you know, in the distant future when I have an event kind of like this, I'm not sure I want to wear uncomfortable heels during that event. So I feel like it's safe to say I can let these go for now. And since they were purchased used, you know, I do find that if you're looking for fancy shoes for a special event, you can find a ton of them at Goodwill and other thrift stores, because a lot of other people buy shoes for an event or to match a dress, and guess what? They don't need them anymore. So that's just a pro tip. Rather than buying dress shoes new, there's a lot of great barely used options at thrift stores. So I'm gonna be donating these. We had an extra umbrella. We are now down to just 2 umbrellas, which I think we will keep that at. And to be honest, I'm not really much of an umbrella person. You know, I don't mind the rain really, and oftentimes don't wanna carry an umbrella around just in case. This portable speaker I've had for quite a while. Jake and I used it the most during a West Coast road trip we took back in 2016. I'll actually link a video below if you're curious about what we saw and what it looked like. We actually used this, and I would plug it into my computer and then play podcasts out loud. So it worked, but it was a little bit more of an involved setup, and we're not really planning any extended time in the car like that for a long road trip anytime soon. And Jake is actually thinking about getting, you know, whatever cord or device is needed to link his iPod to his car player to listen to podcasts while he's driving to work. So obviously this would be too involved of a setup to like have a computer open and charging, because this itself needs to be plugged. It's got a USB to like plug in for charging purposes. I don't know. So it's worked well, but we don't see a need for it anymore. I found a random DVD that was of me and my friend Chelsea. Shout out to Chelsea if you're watching it. I'm actually going to mail it to her. It was from our track days, and I don't really remember the reason why we were filming it, but we got a copy, so I don't know if she still has a copy. I will be mailing this to her. I watched it. It was some good laughs, and yeah, I'm gonna send it her way. This is just kind of one of those formal like job interview type things. Jake and I had 2 of them. We are decluttering one of them. So this one we are sending off. I guess another random book. I bought this at a garage sale or thrift shop for about 25 cents. It's 14,000 Things to Be Happy About. And I think I had it in my classroom before, just kind of like, oh, this is a fun, cute idea. Maybe I was keeping it to see if I needed to do a bulletin board or something. I was reading through, and actually, are these all things to be happy about? I don't know. It just kind of seemed like a random list, which I guess makes sense if there's 14,000 things. I don't actually plan on reading this, so we're gonna let this go. This is a random gift box thing. At my past school, there would be times where this company would send us a bunch of random free stuff, and this was one of those. Sometimes there were gift wrapping kind of things. People who know me in my personal life may know that I'm pretty anti like the gift wrapping industry. You know, I will happily wrap a gift in newspaper or use a reusable box or something. I think it's such a waste of money. Like, I actually personally have not bought any gift wrap and that sort of thing. One of the first times I was with Jake's family for the holidays, I was actually that person who collected the gift wrap and the gift bags and that thing after gifts were exchanged from everyone and put them away in a box. And honestly, still 3 or 4 years later, I'm still using that same gift wrap from that 1 year. We also saved a few of like the wedding gift bags and stuff Jake and I got. So I haven't had to buy any since, and I really don't plan on it. I feel like it's such a waste of money. That's just me. So anyway, when I saw there were free things, I did take those again because I don't plan on ever contributing financially to that industry. So I got this, but it's kind of a cute little like crocodile box, but there's not really any people like children in our lives or extended families who this would be a good gift for. Like, you know, this seems good for, you know, like a little boy, but there's really none in our family right now. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. And someone else, like, this is probably pretty nice. It says retail value is $3.99, so that could be good for someone. Going through our medicine cabinet, we had a few expired things. We had some expired cough medicine that had been in there for a long time, as well as eye drops that Jake had from a long time ago, also expired. And then at the bottom of a random bag, I found this old chapstick that expired actually back in 2012. So it was just chilling there for a long time and is now needs to be thrown away. From the kitchen perspective, we also found we had some expired cream of tartar, and to be honest, I don't remember the last time. I think I made snickerdoodles cookies one time with it, but I don't think there's any really need for it anymore, so we're gonna get rid of this. Jake and I also had 3 bottles of vinegar. So we don't really use much vinegar, and so we're getting rid of the one. This actually, I guess, looks like alcohol, but this is, it's lemon balsamic, which we tried some. This was actually re-gifted. My parents had gotten it and they gifted it to us with a set of olive oil, which we did use, but this was maybe 2 years ago and we have hardly used any of this. I wasn't really a huge fan, and it's just been sitting there in the pantry, so we're gonna be getting rid of this lemon balsamic vinegar. We did have an extra like steak knife, I guess. I don't really know the different like meat knives and stuff, so I just wrapped it up in some tape here to keep it safe for donation, and we'll be donating that. This tart pan Jake was asking me about for a long time, if I wanted to get rid of because I didn't use it that often. But I have a different pan that is very similar to this that actually has a lid attachment. So that one is the more ideal situation, and I don't usually use this and that at the same time. Getting rid of this will also help reduce clutter with our like bakeware and that sort of thing. So we're gonna donate this. This is an old bamboo straw. I have switched over to stainless steel straws, which are easier to clean just because you can put them in the dishwasher and they're more sturdy. So I'm gonna be getting rid of this. This is just an old set of headphones that don't work anymore. These were from a keyboard, so they don't actually fit in to your traditional headphone jack. Getting rid of some cookie cutters. I had 7 and I decided to keep 2 of them just because, again, I don't really see myself making your traditional cookies in the different shapes. Just not really my thing anymore, or maybe never was, but I thought it would be more. So we've got a gingerbread man, a heart cookie cutter, still has the price tag when I bought it used. This is a leaf, and I have a star. I am keeping a smaller star. And then this was a donut cutter. I purchased it several years ago. It actually still has the price tag on. I have used it a couple times and washed it too. The price tag just has stuck around. But I have a donut pan now, which I like better because it's a lot easier to just whip up a batter that you can pour into the pan rather than like doing the whole rolling things out, cutting it, re-roll the extra dough. It's just too much work, you know? Too much work. So we're getting rid of this. I'm getting rid of this melon baller just because I don't think I really used it. And I know kind of with melon balling things, you want it to be more aesthetic, but to be honest, I just try to like scoop the watermelon or whatever as quickly as I can, and so it didn't even look that pretty because of it. So I don't need to keep this anymore. I guess it could be a cookie scoop too, but I don't need it. And then finally, I have this bowl that was being used to store some of this bakeware, and Jake and I can't really see a need for it. We had purchased it from IKEA, I think back in maybe 2013 or 2014, so we are going to be getting rid of this. It's just a plain glass bowl. I think I might see if my parents are interested, because I think my mom had liked it when we purchased it, so maybe she wants it, but otherwise it will be donated. So there you guys go. Thank you for joining me today as I showed you the items I am decluttering and getting rid of. Again, if you are interested in that Minimalist's book, you can check the description below for more info. Now, if you are looking for more decluttering inspiration, you can actually sign up for my newsletter list. The link is down below in the description field, and you can get some free guides for decluttering and taking you through room by room of your house or apartment. And you can also check out a playlist with my past anti-haul videos over here to see past videos of what I've decluttered. And if you are new, you can subscribe to the channel right up here. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.